Okay, welcome back in. Going to be continuing my 32 and 32 series with the Baltimore Ravens. Last season they finished 10 and 7. Unfortunately, Lamar went down with a late season injury, which is the second season in a row. So that when they got into the postseason, they had their backup quarterback, and when I go to the look at the quarterback stats, I'll be able to remember his name. And unfortunately, they lost in the wild card round against the Cincinnati Bengals. So when it came to where did I put my remote? At the end of the season, they were sitting at 10 and 5. They lost the last two games, but they ultimately didn't matter. Like I said, they got into the postseason. I'm pretty sure they got in as a number 6 seed, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe had they won the last two games, they could have bumped up and played for the fifth seed. But evidently, they got into the playoffs, but unfortunately, they weren't able to have much success. So when it came to their home and away games, they had 8 games at home and they had 9 games away. And they finished above 500. So obviously, if you finish above 500 home and away, you have a very high chance of making the postseason. So at home, they were 5-3, and on the road, they were sitting at 5 wins and 4 losses. And when they played their division foes, each division you have a minimum, so you always have 6 games. There's never less and there's never more. So they finished with a 500 record against the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals. So they went 3 for 3. So not too shabby. As I said previously, I'm just going to take a look at the stats when it came to the quarterback play, and then I'll make my prediction for the upcoming season. So while I'm loading up this page, I'll just go over a few additions and subtractions for the Baltimore Ravens. So the only real key addition that they had added in the offseason was Odell Beckham Jr., and he very well could revive his career when it comes to the getting back on track after he missed all of last season due to, I believe, an ACL injury. It was some type of a leg injury that he suffered in the Super Bowl with the Rams just a year or so back. So if I can get my picture to stay clear. So two or three key losses. Two were on the defensive side, and one was in the offensive line. Calais Campbell, the defensive end, is now heading to the Atlanta Falcons. Ben Powers, an offensive guard, is now a member of the Denver Broncos. And Chuck Clark, the safety, has signed with the New York Jets. So looking at the stats when it came to the quarterback play, Lamar Jackson finished the season with 2,242 yards. He was 203 for 326 and a touchdown to interception ratio of 17-7. And Tyler Huntley, that's who the quarterback was that took over the starting job at the end of the season and played against the Bengals in the wild card round. He finished with 658 yards. He went 75 for 112, and his touchdown to interception ratio was 2-3. And then Anthony Brown, the third string quarterback, had 302 yards. He went 22 of 49, 0 touchdowns, and 2 picks. So I believe coming into this upcoming season, as I quickly pull the standings back up from last year, that there is a high chance that the Baltimore Ravens make yet another playoff appearance. I truly believe they should finish with at least 10. They could even get 11 wins. They're a very strong team on the defensive side and on the offensive side. I just, it'd be hard for them to miss the postseason. If they can really get their ish together, they may have a chance to get that AFC North crown. But I truly believe the Bengals are a serious threat to getting that division title. But I believe when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens, as long as you have, forgive me uh, if I forget if it's Jim or John, but the Harborough coach, he's had more winning seasons than he has had losing seasons. So therefore, it goes to show that he has a winning pedigree when it comes to being a head coach. So coming into the next season, like I said, there should be high hopes for the Baltimore Ravens, and I truly believe they should be a wild card team. As always, thank you very much for tuning in, and until next time, take care.